Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Player Advancement League's iRacing series here at Talladega. It is the second running of the Talladega Derby, and we have something special for you. Starting on a pole as none other than the man himself, setting up to win the Triple Crown in just our first season. Let's go ahead and talk to Douglas Henry. Hey, Doug, no up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, Douglas, we have a lot to talk about here, buddy. Setting yourself up to win the Triple Crown. You put this car on pole. How do you feel about your chances at winning the second running of the Talladega Derby?
I'm taking this thing all the way to the checker flag, brother. This is going to be a dub for me, and then I'm going to take home Darlington as well.
Calling your shot. You're going to win that $100, the first ever season we've done the Triple Crown. Tell me, now that it is the night of the race, has your team had time to talk about what the strategy may be? Well, I know you have a cousin in the field with Jonathan Green. Is there a plan to make sure you're the car out front? Is it still every man for himself on the last lap? Give us a little bit of insight here.
Well, I don't want to spill our entire strategy here, but yeah, I got a couple people in the field on my team and the other Warren Brothers team that'll help me out if I need. So hopefully I can get her done. A little bit of help in the end.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Douglas. Have a great race, man. You got not only $30 on the line, but $100 more coming at the end of the season if you're able to pull off this Triple Crown.
I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty, thank you. We'll send Douglas down. And another driver I want to get a chance to talk to is your defending Talladega Derby champion. Starting in the back of the field is none other than Luke Chadwick himself. Let's go ahead and get Luke up into the booth. Hey, Luke, no up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I have a copy.
Well, Luke, first of all, we got to ask, you are starting back here in the field. Is that strategy?
Yes, and then I also just didn't get a qualifying lap in.
Okay. Well,
so it kind of worked out, you know?
Kind of worked out.
It worked out. It was where I wanted to be.
Well, you're coming in here, the defending Talladega Derby champion. Do you think you make history and go back-to-back?
Man, I hope so. Done some practice. Feel like we got a good game plan. And, 85 laps. We'll see what we can do. But I'm feeling confident.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Luke. We're going to send you back down. Have a good race, man.
Alrighty, buddy.
We'll go ahead and send Luke back down. As we look back towards the front, you guys know what time it is. It is time for your go time music. Pace truck pulling off 23 fast motherfuckers. $30 on the line. You're not just racing for points. There's money to win tonight. Douglas Henry, Logan Wilson, Jacob Alicia, Joey Houston, Raymond Wimmer make up that top five. And as they go through the restart zone, we are green flag, baby. The second Talladega Derby is underway. As the cars roll into turns 3 and 4, we look towards the front. Douglas Henry with his teammate Jacob Alicia behind. On the outside, making his second start in PAL, that's Logan Wilson. His first start was at Watkins Glen, and pushing him is none other than Joe Houston himself. Joe Houston has a teammate of Aiden Gould behind, and behind Aiden Gould is the 91 machine of Angel Delgado, making his PALracing first career start. Stellar field here. You can see 00 of Raymond Wimmer has had a rough season so far. Finds himself third on the bottom line. Right behind him is last week's winner, Matthew Magic Heel. You can already see some cars towards the back of the field that have tapered off, playing some strategy, trying to be safe early, trying to avoid any wrecks. Definitely going to have some extra fuel in the tank on the long end. Pushing this bottom line. Oh, Joe Houston gets turned into the wall. Joe Houston, we stay green. Big right front damage, takes it down into the grass. And he is going to come right into the grass and stop. He's probably going to have to tow that car. Massive right front damage. We stay green. Joe Houston may be out early. Yeah, that right front is destroyed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. Joe Houston on that top line, getting a push from Aiden Gould as they go into the tri-oval. Aiden just still has the momentum. Joe isn't ready for it. Teammates, by the way, and it's heavy right front damage for Joe. That might be the end of his race. It absolutely will be. He's going to be on pit road fixing that damage for a while. Up towards the front, though, is Mr. Magic, Matthew Heel. We saw him pre-race in his video talking about how he will bring home the checkered flag today. Well, Matthew, you're currently leading, and I'm sure he wants to hang on to that lead as long as he can in Matthew Heel style. Oh, here they come. Now they're coming down pit road. A lot of cars entering pit road. Look as they enter. Oh, we're on cam. Let's grab that again. Bunch of cars locking it down, entering pit road. Matthew Heel, Logan Wilson, Aiden Gould, Raymond Wimmer, Gary Smoke, Timothy Perryman, Greg Jodiet. Oh, a lot of cars. There's Angel Delgado. It seems like the whole field may be down here. Ethan Walker, Aaron Warren, Luke Chadwick, Chris Warren, Mark Averett, Michael Chapanian, all on pit road. Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia, Samuel Lang, Jonathan Green, Andrew Goodhart, all teammates on the same strategy. Looks like they stay out another lap. I assume they're going to bring it down here this next time by. But that is 5 cars on a different strategy than everybody else. Here they come down pit road now. Don't lock it up. Don't speed on entry. Douglas Henry, can be please going to go to camera angle. Thank you, iRacing, for once again letting me down. I want to look at people through the bushes. They seem to all get on road just fine. We know Douglas Henry had locked them up going in last season. They're going to head down pit road, so watch how this field cycles out. So here's the 5 that pit, and here's Matthew Heel. A lot of these guys spread out right now. Matthew currently leading this cycle. The cars in front of him were that group that were about 30 seconds behind the leaders. They might have hurt themselves on this strategy because they pit the same exact lap. They didn't try to stay out or leapfrog, which should have been the correct play. So currently Matthew, Aiden Gould, the relative leaders. We look back, look at these guys exiting pit road. It's going to be close. There's Chris Warren. He is passing them to get a lap back. Samuel Lang is coming out, your leader. These drivers might have leapfrogged, but look, here comes Matthew Heel. Pay attention. There's Matthew Heel running up on these guys exiting pit road. They're not up to speed. And it appears they actually cycle out pretty even. Matthew Heel, Aiden Gould are going to get right back up front with Greg Jodiet. There's Samuel Lang in the 70. This is the battle for the lead. You can see which pit road cycle was the strongest. They exit exactly how they went in. And it evens out. So we got a nice little pack here. Matthew, Aiden Gould, Greg Jodiet, Samuel Lang, Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia, Timothy Perryman, Gary Smoke, Angel Delgado, Raymond Wimmer. We got 10 cars right here in this pack. Chris a lap down. That entire group getting put a lap down now. Luke Chadwick, Aaron Warren. Aaron Warren leading that outside line. He is a lap car. Unless he's praying a caution comes out, trying to stay up on this top line. He's just going to run up here. He is the last car on the lead lap, trying to save himself. Matthew's going to dive to the bottom, leave him out to dry. And Aaron is going to fall back. So, that's a good example of great green flag restrictor plate racing. Different fuel strategies, different pit strategies, trying to be done on pit road to cycle yourself out the best you could. And now we have right around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars, 1 lap down. A lot of them are threats to win this race, including your defending Talladega Derby champion, Luke Chadwick. So they'll have to get a caution to get back on the lead lap. Douglas Henry, Jacob Belicia, Jonathan Green, Samuel Lang, plus Andrew Goodhart are all in a call together as another part of the WBR Alliance, a different branch of that team. Let's hop in with these guys and maybe listen to some team comms.
Looking at about 19 miles.
20 here.
Yep, 20.
I'm at 21 and a half. We got to get through this lap traffic, dude. It's rough. Just kind of gonna go with the boat at this point.
I'm just gonna ride back here since I'm already 3 laps down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and force my way up through there. Just let me know when you guys are gonna pit so I can ride with you.
18
Yes,
and a half
sir.
laps is my window. So
I'm at 21, but I can go whenever.
that's good.
Tires are off.
Thank you. Great call.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh dear God, Jim just
Ooh,
disappeared.
watch it. Top line's moving a lot.
Oh God, Jaheim came back.
Top's only got 4 people in it.
Yeah, but Luke's in the bottom line. He's blinking.
There's a lot of checkups. Be careful. Just be vigilant. I can't call all of them. They're happening quick.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
So we heard them talk about hitting their numbers there. Seems like another 18 to 17 laps we might see that portion of the Warren Brothers Alliance head down pit road. I want to listen in on the Rogue State Racers and see if they're talking any strategy.
This sucks, boys.
Yeah. Just past 8.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 7. There's no way I'm gonna catch back up.
Yeah, you need a caution pretty bad.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
least
I
you've
do.
got drafting help. I mean, at least you've got that. We'll see what happens. I mean, pit strategies could get shaken up here. If we have a couple people struggle on pit road, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, you could end up with a bigger pack that could end up catching the front group again.
Yeah, it just
So,
stuck because my choices was ditch the pack and not wreck anybody or take out 2 teammates.
So are we going full after, or
What do you mean?
What's that, Tim?
as in are we going to be pushing after, or what are we doing?
I
Just
imagine
it's
you
one or the
guys
other
should
point.
probably start.
Okay.
.3 sitting right here.
6.4.
A 5.
6-2.
What are they saying up there?
I don't know.
Oh, there's.
It doesn't
Mike
matter. They're
Group,
talking about
okay.
what's going on in their group, yeah.
Ethan's kind of leading the charge right now, and he's calling pit strategy.
Alright.
The bad thing is I can't hear him. Yeah, I could like use a caution anytime now.
I think Matthew's alone. Yeah, Matthew's falling back. Oh, no, I think the 51 went up.
Yeah, he
Okay.
got shuffled out. He was in the middle 3 wide a little bit earlier, but he's going to slide up here in front of Alicia, it looks like.
Yeah, I've been focused on field.
Not the time to pit, Ethan, but I have no choice.
Well, he may have been running wide open though.
He has
Yeah,
been.
he most likely was. Is that gonna keep you in the good?
We're gonna see. It's gonna be a very, very hairy pit entrance
Ooh.
here.
What just
Someone did
happened?
not
Oh,
call-
okay, well, nah,
Someone
they're
didn't call out.
Oh, we might have an issue with Ethan Walker. We got to jump to him. If we could get to him. No, that wasn't Ethan. Who was that? Oh, that might have been Logan Wilson. Yes, it was Logan Wilson. Not sure what happened. We missed it, and we don't get a replay for it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's getting blocked because this entire pack back here is pitting. Daniel Honeycutt, Ethan Walker, Jonathan Green, Jaheim Carty, Aaron Warren not, so just Jaheim, Ethan, Jonathan, Daniel Raymond, all on pit road. Going to try to cycle out. Let's go check the replay with Logan Wilson. Here's Logan. You can see that Purdue car right there in second. Pulls off. Locks it up. He's alone. Pitting alone. Smacks the cone. That will be a black flag, I believe. I think he might get a penalty for that. I'm not too sure. Look at all these guys pitting. We're pitting. We're pitting. A lot of guys just hit pit road here. Who was it? Rogue State Racers. Matthew Heel, Aiden Gould, Luke Chadwick, Aaron Warren, Josiah Claudio, Chris Warren. The guys up towards the front are leaders. Aiden Gould, Matthew Heel, the ones we got to keep an eye on. There's Aiden. There's Matthew. Here comes Greg locking it up. He's going to enter fine. There's Matthew. Timothy Perryman, last season's pole sitter, almost had a shot to win. Wrecked right there on the front stretch, coming to the checkered flag. Gary Smoke, part of Rogue State Racers, on pit road as well. And as here they come as they all exit pit road. Matthew Heel beat him off pit road. Greg Jodet did better through pit road than Aiden Gould. And then there's Gary. There's Timmy a little bit off behind. And Gary follows with Aaron Warren. Now the whole set of new leaders sped. Jacob Alicia, Samuel Lang, Douglas Henry, Angel L. Delgado, Andrew Goodhart, and Michael Chapanian. Oh, Angel Delgado, Samuel Lang almost made contact there. Samuel trying to get into his box. Angel makes it to his. And here's the game of seeing who can outcycle who. Who can outcycle who? Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia. Exiting pit road. They seem to have done a good job getting off. There's Angel Delgado. Teammate of those two, Andrew Goodhart, follows him out. He's 3 laps down, but he's going to help be a car there in the draft. Here's Douglas and Jacob. And here comes Matthew. They might cycle out a lot better than the last pit road cycle. I think they will. They have a lot of steam here coming off of 2. It's going to take a little bit for Douglas and Jacob to get up to speed. I don't even know if they'll be able to completely catch the draft. Actually, it might cycle out just fine. Watch, here comes Matthew Heel, Greg Jodiet, Aiden Gould, a 3-car breakaway. Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia might just be going quick enough. Yes, they will. They will make a 5-car pack here in the lead. Matthew Heel, Greg Jodiet, Aiden Gould, Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia. Yes, Goodhart and Gary will catch, which just brings Gary into the picture. Goodhart, still a handful of laps down, but he's going to help his teammates in every way he can. Right here in this pack is Douglas Henry. Douglas Henry trying to win the Triple Crown. Jacob Alicia are there with him. Jacob Alicia wants to win the Talladega Derby. He wants to bring home that $30. He wants to add another win to the column. If he gets one more win this season, he breaks the tie he and Daniel Honeycutt have for the most wins in PALracing history. He would set the record for most wins in a single season and extend that point lead that he has held since the first race. Matthew Hill trying to race his way back to the championship. 12 points off. With this win, plus the extra points he gets, he might be able to take the lead from Alicia if Alicia doesn't finish within the top, I believe, 4 or 5. How aggressive would Matthew Hill get to block these runs? When they decide to take him on the high side, we're going to see a wheelman at work trying to go for 2 in a row here. Oh, and look, Douglas Henry jumping to the outside with Jacob Alicia. Aiden Gould does not go up. He's going to stay in line, and those 2 cars will have to jump back in line. No, Douglas Henry is going to try to stick on that outside. But 2 cars, I don't know if it's going to be enough. But they do get a good run out of 4. Douglas, even with Jodiet, going for the lead now. Gary Smoke follows, maybe. Goodhart goes up there. Aiden Gould moves up. Gary goes back down to get with his teammates. And now we are pack racing. This is for the win. Douglas Henry getting a push out front, not quite clear of Matthew Heel as they come out of turn 2. He's just at that corner panel. He might have the clear. He won't drop down, though. He's going to pull his teammate around, staying nose to tail. The 31 Jacob Alicia pushing Douglas Henry. Will Douglas Henry get the second box checked for this Triple Crown? They both clear. Heel. Down in front they go. Douglas Henry, your leader. Jacob Alicia following. Aiden Gould topside. That's lap car Andrew Goodhart behind him. I wonder if Andrew doesn't push Aiden as hard, doesn't let him get up towards them. He might intentionally get a little bit slower. Jodiet falls back to 6th. Matthew Heel on the bottom, stuck behind 2 cars and nowhere to go. I assume Goodhart is going to intentionally make sure Aiden does not get up towards the front. More Rogue Stake Racer duos move up to the high side. Gary Smoke, Greg Jodiet. I don't know if they've really recognized that Goodhart being laps down and teammates might not help them. They might have to push him out of the way. Gary needs to get underneath the 23. Matthew Heel goes in and fills that hole. And now there are more cars on the top than the bottom. With the Rogue State Racers, they drop down to the bottom. Greg and Gary have to reorganize themselves, but oh, we have a caution, and I think it might be Samuel Lang. Samuel Lang, heavy contact. That car is destroyed, and this changes everything. We heard Samuel come over the radio to his teammates. Luke Chadwick, part of that alliance, is about to wreck him just with how they were running in that second pack, and it looked like it might have happened. That car is destroyed. Let's take a look at the replay. Samuel Lang topside. Luke Chadwick following. Luke, a little bump out of the corner, sideways. Big heavy contact with the wall. Luke is going to grab some of it. We talk about how unstable these cars are when pushing in corners post iRacing update. That is going to be the end of the day for Samuel. Douglas, no in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, tell us, did you want to see or did you not want to see that caution?
I did not want to see that at all.
Absolutely.
Me and Jacob have a good thing going here, and it might be ruined.
Well, on the thread of it being ruined, you get about 12, 13 cars back with you in this pack. We might get extended into overtime. We might see a
Don't put
green-white
that evil on me,
checker.
Ricky Bobby.
It might be a green-white checker, Doug. There, with just 4 laps to go, it looked like you might end up being a Talladega Derby winner. Now you have to fend off a pack of hungry drivers. How are you going to do it?
I'm just going to put the right foot down through the floor and say a prayer, I guess.
Alrighty, Doug, we'll send you back down. And if it comes down to those final laps, is it agreed upon now you're getting that push from Alicia all the way to the end?
It's every man for himself.
Alrighty, thank you for the insight. Have a fun race,
Thank
Doug.
you.
Put on a show.
I will.
We'll send Doug down. Hey, Aiden, no up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you were going for the lead there right when that caution came out. Everybody gets a reset. You're looking for your first career PAL win. Do you think it's going to be right here at the Talladega Derby?
If luck's on my side, yes, but I guess we'll have to find out here in 2 laps.
Absolutely. You don't have any teammates left here in the race, but do I kind of feel out a little bit of an alliance between you and the 53? Another independent car out here?
I think so. He's been pushing me pretty well. We've been working together. We've kind of been up front almost the whole race since the drop of the green flag. So if he can we can get there and clear the 66 and 31, I think we should be all good for a 1-2 here.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Aiden.
All right, man.
We'll send Aiden down. Have enough time. We'll grab Matthew, your defending champion. Matthew, no up in the booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Matthew. You have a shot to win up here. Looking to make it 2 in a row. You said you're going to grab the checkered flag. Do you think you can do it?
Well, I got Aiden Gould in front of me, and he seems to be the only guy that's worked with me all race. So if anybody can do it, me and him can. I'm just hoping he doesn't abandon me on the bottom lane once I push him to the front. And we're going to see. I was really hoping that race was going to end up with a 6-car show. But unfortunately, we had something happen in the back, and that has brought the rest of the field to us. So a lot of opportunity to gain positions and even more opportunity to lose positions. So just really got to be smart here. Like I said, I'm going to push the hell out of Aiden Gould in this 51 in front of me and hope for the best.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Matthew. Put on a show.
Thank you, will do.
Douglas Henry is in command. Aiden Gould to his outside. Behind Aiden is 53. Those guys are going to be push teammates. Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia on the bottom. A pair of Rogue State racers make up that 3rd row. Guys that are back in the mix in the lead lap. Angel Delgado, Timothy Perryman, Raymond Wimmer. All the Rogue State guys are together. Jaheim Carney is in 10th. Ethan Walker 11th. Honeycutt 12th. And they approach the restart zone. It will be Douglas Henry's go. There's the green flag. It's a good jump. But Matthew Heel giving a really good push to Aiden Gould on that high side. We'll see how they enter turns 1 and 2. Side by side, Gould even with Doug. Can they get the entry? That top line normally gets a really good exit coming out of 2. We'll have to see. It's just those 2 on the top. That bottom line has solidified itself. They got about 4 cars nose to tail. Is the run there as they head down the backstretch? Aiden Gould has him just about by a bumper. And look, the entire field jumps to the outside line. They all go high, leaving Douglas Henry and Jacob Alicia alone on the bottom. Aiden is clear, but he's going to continue to pull the 53 with them. Matthew knows Aiden is in here to help him out. Aiden clear. He's not going to drop down. We'll get another big run on the outside. Douglas Henry stuck bottom. They might have touched between Matthew and Jacob Alicia. Look at Gary Smoke and Greg Jody up on the high side. Coming to the line. 1 lap to go. White flag, 1 lap left in the Talladega Derby. Next flag ends the race. Gary Smoke on that high side with Greg Jody. Douglas Henry on the bottom. Big wiggle on the top. They get missed on. Oh, they almost hang on to it. Gary Smoke does. Look at Aiden Gould in the middle with Matthew Heel coming down the backstretch. There's Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia on the bottom, losing out by a car length. Back to 2 lines we go. The Roadside Racers got a little job on the high side, and they have to fade back in. Aiden Gould is leading. Matthew Heel behind, going through turns 3 and 4. This is for the win. $30 on the line. Douglas Henry has the car link advantage on the bottom. This is for the Talladega Derby win. He's trying to win the Triple Crown. Through the trioval, they're even. Timothy Perriman has to jump out of line. Gould touches Doug to the front. They all wreck again, and Matthew Heel wins. Matthew Heel breaks up the checkered. It's a massive pile up behind. Cars everywhere.
So close, man. I was right there.
Where'd you finish, Shaheem? Any luck?
I wrecked it.
Ah.
Damn it.
Hey, sometimes the good guys do win. I was dedicated to push you into that W. Let's go. What's up, Honeycutt? Only other guy to make it.
Damn.
There's that bump. There's that spin.
Some celebratory nudges between Honeycutt and Heel. We gotta take a look at that replay. What on earth just happened? Matthew Heel, your winner. Oh my gosh, how far back do we have to go? Everybody wrecked. Slow-mo. Gould in the middle. I think he gets a bad push from Heel. Comes down.
Charge complete.
Oh, my bad. Hits Douglas Henry. Jacob Alicia caught. Look at that. I mean, they're still 4 or 5 wide to the line. I don't even know who got second. Might have been the 41. Might have been Raymond. Let's get another look. It's a little bit of a bad push. You're going to watch. There goes the turn left into Doug. Alicia gets caught by the 51. Douglas Henry through the grass. We can't really get a different angle on the start-finish line. Maybe we could get one out of Gould's. Here we go. There's the push into the 66. Collects Alicia. Matthew actually comes up and clips the 69. Gary gets spun by his teammate because they're all wrecking. Delgado's in it. I think Timothy Perryman, Raymond Wimmer got second. Daniel Honeycutt third. Man, it is just an absolute mess. We look back towards Matthew Heel. Still doing a victory lap. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Matthew, you done your burnout yet? Where are you going?
Yes, sir. I just did a 5-minute burnout, and I was so far ahead in the turn, I just decided to do another lap. Do we need another burnout?
Well,
I feel like doing another burnout.
Matthew, you can do as many burnouts as you want. We were just watching that epic replay. Another photo finish from the rear. About 5 wide, cars wrecking everywhere. Give us your insight of what happened. It looked like a bad push to the 51 through the tri-oval, and it caused a accordion effect, but you were the only car to make it out clean. Tell us about this Talladega Derby win.
I mean, that was crazy. When we had that caution come out with a few laps to go, I thought my race was over. I've had some really crappy luck. Oh, I'm out of fuel! Oh, crap. I guess that's it. This is where we're stopped. I really thought after that caution came out that our race was done for, and I guess it's the same thing that happened last week in Kansas. You know, me and Aiden Gould worked really well all day. I felt like it was me, him, and Jaheim against the rest of the field there. They were all playing some games. And I was pretty dedicated to pushing him to the win. I mic'd up and told him, like, hey, man, if you stay with me in the outside lane, like, I will do everything I can to push you here. If you go into that bottom lane, like, I think it's over for both of us, because I knew that Douglas was not going to be content with second place. Every time I'd get in front of those guys, they'd pull out, which, you know, totally allowed to. I mean, you know, we're both racers. I do the same thing. And you know, I thought it was going to be over there when we got put 3 wide. I think that was Gary Smoke in the 1 car. Good run by him as well. It was fun racing with those guys. Greg Jody was fun to race with. He pushed me for a while. The Logan, I feel bad I don't remember his last name.
Wilson.
He literally won. Logan Wilson. Yeah, he pushed me for a while. I think he was one of the best pushers. But man, I thought it was over once we got put 3 wide, and then when that top lane kind of fell apart and. It got back to 2 wide, and I knew, like, you know, I'm a good pusher. You know, Aiden's good at being pushed, so I pushed him up through there and going through turns 3 and 4, I feel like I was laying off of him enough. I don't know if it was a bit of netcode or if it was a bit of Douglas Henry coming up. I feel like he came up a little bit. They kind of touched, and the rest was history. I can't believe it. The seas parted, the skies cleared, and we just me that drove through it. I think the 72 of Daniel Honeycutt was the only other guy to drive through, and he gave me a nice bump on my left rear, so I deserve that. And I hope we're clear going forward, or I hope we're even. But that's a lot of fun. We had the most dominant car all day. I mean, I definitely did what I said I was going to do and was aggressive all day. And usually the most aggressive guy doesn't win. And we got really lucky that we won because, like I said, I was totally dedicated to pushing A into the win. I was hoping to maybe get third. I was really just trying to beat that 31 in points. And, we just really got lucky. Yeah, I mean, it's plate racing, so you need a little bit of skill and a lot of luck. And I think that puts us at 4 wins altogether now. So I think that ties us a 3-way tie between me, Alicia, and Honeycutt for most wins. So happy to be on that list and hoping to be the first to make it 5.
Well, congratulations, buddy. Next week, we go from the big track of Dega to the little track of Martinsville. Do you think you'll be the one to break that 3-way tie?
I love Martinsville. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's a big modified, big late model track. I was actually there with the Mazda MX-5 series, so we had a lot of fun there. That's going to be a great show. The organizers of that series do a great job putting that on. I'm looking forward to going back in October here very shortly to watch that race. But that was a lot of fun. Martinsville's always been one of my favorite tracks in the modified series, and I want to say I'm going to be fast. Daniel Honeycutt's had a little bit of a leg up on me in the short track, so I'm not sure exactly where he's going to be. I'm sure he'll be right up with me, if not ahead of me. But it's one of my good tracks, so we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Rest of the season was perfect. I mean, when after that 1 week, I saw Kansas, Talladega, Martinsville, and I'm like, these 3 I circled because I knew I could win all 3 of them. So I think we're back in the hunt now.
Back in the hunt,
we're not done yet. We are not done yet. We have just started.
Oh,
so mark my words. We have just started the hunt.
I love that. Thank you so much, Matthew. Congratulations, buddy. Celebrate hard tonight. I'll talk to you later after the race or after the broadcast. Take care. We'll send Matthew back down. Finally, let's go to Big Chatty, but he's excited. Let's go ahead and hear from your second place finisher, Mr. Raymond Wimmer. There he is, parked right behind him. Let's go ahead and get him up into the booth. Raymond! Raymond!
Hello, Noah.
Raymond, you finished the race at your top 3.
I did it.
We talked about you've been having a really hard season so far, just getting caught up in wrecks that weren't your fault. Tell us what happened from your windshield coming to the tri-oval. What did you have to dodge? I know you didn't I know there's no way you made it out of there clean, but what did you see? And tell us, what does it mean for you guys and Emmy's fight that are on the hood of all the Rogue State racers this week?
Oh man, it was awesome. I got screwed. Had a check up there about halfway through, right before the second fuel stop. Got shuffled back. Thought I was gonna be, P10, P11 right there with Jaheim at the end. Caught the caution, came in and made the decision for 4 tires, and shuffled myself back. Came up, coming through the tri-oval. Something in me just said low. I started seeing the front 2 get loose. Next thing I know, all chaos broke loose. The seas parted. I stuck my foot in it and pinballed off a couple people to the finish line.
Well, go ahead, please tell us about Emmy's fight that's on the hood there with all of you Rogue State racers.
So Emmy is a 6-year-old little girl who last year was diagnosed with leukemia. One of Gary's co-workers, it's their daughter. Gary came to me and was like, hey man, I want to run something special for her for the Dega race. And I said, I think we can get her done, and here we are.
Absolute great cause, Raymond. Congratulations to your whole team. Everything going over there at Rogue State Racing. You guys keep getting so close to getting the first career win for the team. I got a feeling with your short tracks coming up and maybe coming soon. How do you feel about Martinsville? Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Martinsville's my favorite track, and I'm known to be fast, and I'm not afraid to give you a little push to get you out of my way. So we'll have to see how it goes.
All right.
But I'm confident, and we'll put on a good show.
Thank you so much, Raymond. Congratulations, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Noah.
We'll send Raymond back down. We'll go ahead and grab your P3 finisher. That is going to be the 71 of Daniel Honeycutt. Hey, Daniel, no in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm here.
Well, Daniel, you brought it home P3. It looked like towards the beginning to the middle of that race, pit cycle, maybe an issue on pit road got you off cycle, and you were fighting just to stay on the lead lap. Tell us about how the race went for you, that late race caution, and how'd you come from the back of the lead lap cars to finishing third on that wreck in the tri-oval?
I mean, I just slid through my box 2 times and was awful on that, and then we get behind these other guys and try to push each other up to the front. I mean, me and Ethan in the 48 worked up really well together for most of that, but I mean, when you're trying to chase down a big pack with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, it's really hard to do. So I mean, we didn't really have a dog in the fight. Then that late caution came out, and I was kind of like, good, like I can at least get a few positions if I can avoid the wreck, and then coming to the white flag right there, or coming to the checker flag. I mean, I don't know, Matthew said that he was trying to push Aiden to the win, but I mean, it looked like he left reared him, from my point of view. I mean, he was aggressive all day long. He threw a few blocks on me, so I mean, I guess the little hack of the race wants to win it and then say that he'd never mean to do that. So, but I mean, just wreck avoidance right there at the end, coming to the checkered, and somehow managed off P3.
Well, congratulations, Daniel, bringing it home P3. We talked about how you just kind of been a little bit out of it these last couple of races, been a little rough. It's nice to see you back trending towards the top. How do you feel about these short tracks coming up on the schedule? We got Martinsville next week.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm looking forward to Martinsville. I mean, I was really looking forward to Kansas last week. I had a really fast car, and then I got taken out by who else but the 53 pretty early on. But yeah, looking to next week, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he's in front of me, like, he's got one coming to him. So I'm definitely behind on that. But I'm for sure looking forward to Martinsville. Short track action.
Well, I will say, Matthew thought you guys are even now because he spun you after you won. But, you know, who knows? We'll see, right? We love your guys' little friendly rivalry. I know he does still have one coming.
I mean, I don't know where he finds it even after he's won the race. I mean, and he still managed to save it, so I don't see where the even is in that. So, I mean, he's definitely got a green flag wreck coming his way. I ain't afraid to use this bumper anymore on him.
Okay, Daniel. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on the P3. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
We'll send Daniel down. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be the conclusion of your second running of the Talladega Derby. Congratulations, Matthew Hill, for winning. Your top 10 goes as follows. Heel, Raymond Wimmer, Daniel Honeycutt, Gary Smoke 4th, Ethan Walker with the top 5, Jacob Alicia 6th, survives, Angel Delgado, first career start in 7th, Aiden Gould 8th, Greg Jody at 9th, Jaheim Carty brings home his first career top 10, John to the Green 11th, Timothy Perryman 12th. That closes out all the cars in the lead lap. Check out the descriptions and such to pick up some PALracing merchandise. Be on the lookout tomorrow evening for the new Talladega Matthew Heel winning edition and the Talladega Derby's second annual merchandise on redbubble.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Noah Longyear, and the only reason Matthew Heel won this race is because I wasn't in it. Good night.